MCP. MCP is an open standard that defines a common way for AI applications to communicate with external tools, data sources, and services. Here's why that matters. Imagine asking your AI assistant, open my GitHub repository, check my Slack messages, search my Google Drive, query my database, and then send me a summary. It sounds like magic. But behind the scenes, every one of those services speaks a completely different language. GitHub has its own API, Slack has another, Google Drive has another, Google Drive has another, databases use SQL. Every integration is different. That's exactly why Anthropic introduced Model Context Protocol. Think of MCP as USB-C for AI. Just like USB-C lets one cable connect to many devices, MCP lets one AI connect to thousands of tools using a single standard. Let's understand the problem first. Imagine you're building your own AI assistant. You want it to work with GitHub, Slack, Google Drive, Notion, Jira, and maybe even your company's internal database. Without MCP, you have to integrate each service separately. That means reading different documentation, handling different authentication methods like OAuth or API keys, learning different request formats, and maintaining separate code bases whenever an API changes. Now imagine supporting multiple AI models, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, or a local open source model. You don't just build one integration anymore. You end up rebuilding the same integrations for every AI application. This is known as the N times M integration problem. Many AI applications, many external tools, too many custom connections. Developers spend more time integrating APIs than building intelligent AI. MCP collapses all of that into one clean connection point. So what exactly is MCP? According to the official Model Context Protocol documentation, MCP is an open standard that defines a common way for AI applications to communicate with external tools, data sources, and services. The important phrase here is open standard. That means anyone can build an MCP-compatible application or an MCP server. Instead of every tool inventing its own integration, everyone agrees to speak the same protocol. Think about how the internet works. Your browser doesn't need to know how every website is built, it simply uses HTTP. Similarly, AI doesn't need to know how every tool works, it simply speaks MCP. That's why people often call MCP the HTTP for AI tools, or the USB-C for AI applications. Now let's understand how MCP actually works. MCP has three major components: the host, the client, and the server. The host is the AI application you interact with. Examples include Claude Desktop, Claude Code, Cursor, or an AI agent built by a developer. Inside the host is the MCP client. The client speaks the MCP protocol. Its job is to discover available tools, send requests, and receive responses. Finally, we have MCP servers. Each server exposes capabilities from an external system. A GitHub MCP server might expose tools like create repository, read pull requests, or commit code. A PostgreSQL server might expose run SQL query, list tables, or execute stored procedures. A Google Drive server may expose search files, read documents, or upload files. Notice something important. The AI never directly talks to GitHub or Google Drive. It always communicates through MCP. The MCP server translates between the AI and the external service. Let's see a real example. Suppose you ask Claude, find yesterday's sales report in Google Drive and summarize it. Here's what happens behind the scenes. First, Claude asks the MCP client which tools are available. The client checks all connected MCP servers. The Google Drive MCP server responds, I can search files, read documents, and download files. Claude decides to use the search files tool. It sends a request through MCP. The MCP server translates that request into the Google Drive API. Google Drive searches your files. The matching report is returned. Claude reads the document. Finally, Claude summarizes everything in natural language. Notice that Claude never needed to understand Google's API. It only needed to understand MCP. That's the beauty of a standard protocol. MCP isn't just useful for AI users. It's a huge improvement for developers too. Instead of writing custom integrations for every AI platform, developers build one MCP server. Now Claude can use it. Cursor can use it. VS Code extensions can use it. Future AI applications can use it too. One implementation. Multiple AI applications. This dramatically reduces maintenance, improves interoperability, and lets developers focus on building capabilities instead of repeatedly writing integration code. That's one of the biggest reasons MCP has gained so much attention in the AI community. Today's AI models are incredibly intelligent, but intelligence alone isn't enough. An AI becomes truly useful when it can interact with the real world, reading files, updating databases, managing projects, creating pull requests, sending emails, scheduling meetings, controlling business applications. MCP provides a secure and standardized way to make all of this possible. That's why many experts believe MCP will become one of the foundational technologies behind autonomous AI agents. Just as HTTP standardized communication across the web and USB-C standardized hardware connections, MCP aims to standardize how AI connects to the world's software. So, the next time someone asks, "What exactly is MCP?" you can answer in one sentence. Model Context Protocol is an open standard that lets AI applications securely connect with external tools, data, and services using one common protocol, making AI assistants more capable, reusable, and interoperable. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss the next one.